what happened in the qualifying races at round 6 of the FI Motocross World Championship, the MXGP of Russia at Orlyonok. Paul Jonas grabbed a whole shot, closely followed by his teammate Jorge Prado and the two Huskies of Thomas Covington and Thomas Kjær-Olsen, with Jorgo Kietz and Calvin Volanderen right there inside the top 6. Adam Sterry and Jed Beaton were there as well. Their teammate, though, fell going up the start straight. Jorgo Kietz just got caught out there by Calvin Volanderen as he lost 4th position in the early stages of the race on what was a very slick surface, and quickly soon after that it was Jed Beaton who also went through on his F&H Racing Kawasaki. The Husky boys were being told to relax and flow, but the number 10 of Calvin Volanderen had other things on his mind. He was in 4th going after the 19 of Thomas Kjær-Olsen as they battled over 3rd place. Meanwhile, the gap between the first two, Paul Jonas and his Red Bull KTM teammate Jorge Prado, was around about 4 seconds at this point of the race. At the end of the wave section, though, Thomas Kjær-Olsen threw it away and handed 3rd place to Calvin Volanderen. The Dane would pick himself up in 10th, and that's where he would stay. Jed Beaton was another rider who succumbed. A dodgy takeoff, he fell off the side of his Kawasaki from 4th place. He would eventually come home in 9th. With the fans on their feet and supporting their hero, Sever Brulikov on the Khmer Yamaha charged his way up into 4th place, and that's where the homeboy would stay. Adam Sterry, though, came under attack on the number 811 F&H Kawasaki in the closing stages. First of all, it was the 747 of Michele Chervelin who went through on his Martin Honda, and quickly followed through by Ben Watson, who fell at turn 1 on his Khmer Yamaha. Watson would eventually pass Chervelin on the final lap to get into 6th place, but it was Paul Jonas who was back to winning ways here in Russia with his 3rd qualifying race win of the season ahead of his Red Bull KTM teammate Jorge Prado. And it's Jonas who will go to the line first for Tuesday's main races. In MXGP qualifying, Tim Geiser thought he made a great start. He ran into the back of Jeffrey Hurlings and then went down and got skittled out of there. Hurlings ran wide, handing the advantage to the two Monster Energy Yamahas of Roman Fevre and Jeffrey Hurlings. Hurlings almost fell here, but Van Hoorbeek was there in 2nd. Behind them was the 12 of Max Nagel. Next lap, though, Hurlings was through and into 3rd, pushing the German down to 4th as he gave chase to Van Hoorbeek and Fevre ahead of him. Tony Cairoli got caught out in a deep rut as Clément de Salle went around the outside. Meanwhile, his teammate, Julian Lieber, was working his way through from 17th place. De Salle again used that outside line to find his way, this time past Max Nagel. That got him up into 4th position. Cairoli wrestled with tear-offs on more than one occasion. Cairoli eventually found his way past the 12 on the TM to get up into 5th place. It was around about lap 5. Jeremy Seewer was right there as well, so too was Max Anstey. Julian Lieber started to get good drive, though. Got alongside the 91 and the 12 of Seewer and Nagel as they fought over 6th place in the second half of the race. Lieber muscled his way up the inside of Nagel and then went after Seewer. Fevre, who led, fell for the 2nd time and fell down to 12th. And despite putting in the fastest lap of the race on the penultimate lap, the Monster Energy Yamaha rider could only manage 11th. Around about the same time, Jeffrey Hurlings made that move on Van Hoorbeek to take over the lead, whilst Clément de Salle lost a position to Tony Cairoli. Cairoli moved up to 3rd with that pass on the Belgian. The Red Bull KTM rider, though, would make a slight mistake. De Salle also made a mistake, and that allowed Julian Lieber to sail past his teammate. He then got onto the rear wheel of Cairoli, but then Cairoli made a mistake as he tried to outbrake Van Hoorbeek. The Italian threw his KTM down to the ground, and Lieber was through into 3rd, De Salle 4th, Cairoli was 5th, but it was Jeffrey Hurlings who had his 3rd straight qualifying win of 2018 from Jeremy Van Hoorbeek.